June 12, 2025. At Ahmedabad's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, prepared for takeoff to London Gatwick. The aircraft, Vermont ANB, carried 230 passengers and 12 crew, families, business travelers, students, each with their own story. The weather was clear and all checks were normal. No one could have predicted what would unfold. At 1:38 p.m., the Dreamliner lifted off. Within seconds, a strange sound echoed across the runway. Eyewitnesses saw the plane lose power, its climb stalling at just 625 feet. The pilots fought desperately for control, but the aircraft dipped, then plunged toward the city below. The Dreamliner crashed into Megani Nagar, striking the BJ Medical College hostel during lunch hour. A massive explosion followed, sending a fireball and thick smoke skyward. A disaster that would mark a dark day in Indian aviation. In moments, a routine departure became the first fatal hull loss for the 787 Dreamliner and a tragedy for hundreds of families. The crash unfolded in less than 30 seconds after takeoff. Witnesses described the engine's sudden sputter, a catastrophic power loss at the worst possible moment. The Dreamliner faltered, nose dipping as pilots scrambled through emergency procedures with no margin for error. The plane banked sharply, then descended rapidly into the heart of Ahmedabad. The impact tore through the BJ Medical College hostel, igniting a massive fire and collapsing the building. Rescue efforts were hampered by flames and debris, as first responders struggled to reach survivors. The crash claimed lives both in the air and on the ground, turning a place of learning into a scene of devastation. Black smoke billowed over the city as the scale of the disaster became clear. The force of the impact and fire left little hope for survivors, leaving families desperate for news. Of the 242 on board, 241 perished. Families, professionals, children and crew. The crash also killed at least 28 on the ground, with dozens more injured. Among the victims was former Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, deepening the nation's grief. Amidst the devastation, one miracle emerged. Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, a British national, survived with critical injuries. He managed to call his family from the hospital, a rare glimmer of hope in the tragedy. The victim stories, students, holidaymakers, professionals, paint a picture of lives cut short. Each empty seat and lost life leaves a void that can never be filled. As names are released, the true scale of loss ripples across continents. The investigation began immediately, led by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, with help from UK, US, Boeing and GE experts. A black box was quickly recovered, now under analysis to reveal the flight's final moments. Early theories focus on sudden engine or fuel system failure, or a possible flap malfunction causing an aerodynamic stall. Investigators are combing through wreckage for answers, as the world watches closely. Boeing's previously spotless 787 safety record is under scrutiny. Officials urge patience, stressing no systemic flaw has been found yet. Boeing's CEO pledged full cooperation, and the findings will shape the future of aviation safety. For grieving families, answers and accountability cannot come soon enough. The crash sent shockwaves through India and the UK, uniting both nations in grief. Leaders offered condolences and support, while Air India and Tata Group pledged compensation and aid to victims' families. The disaster is a major setback for Air India's revival and casts doubt on the Dreamliner's safety record. Boeing's stock fell, and the global aviation community awaits the investigation's outcome. The tragedy is a stark reminder of the responsibility airlines and manufacturers bear. For the 269 victims' families, the pain is immeasurable. The most meaningful tribute will be a thorough, transparent investigation and real safety reforms. Only then can trust in the skies and hope for safer journeys be restored.